Yes. The way you do to anything, the way you do your things, not only to people, even to Allah. That is why Ibn Abbas say here, the meaning of innaka la khuluqin azim, he said, innaka la ala deenin azim. Deen. That is, deen means your duty, your worship, your life, your death, everything about you is indeed good. Is it fantastic? Because of this ayah, that if you interpret it this way, that we interpret khuluq to be deen. Which is it? Deen. The whole component of your deen is your khuluq. That is why you see in the hadith of Aisha, kana khuluquhu al-Quran. The khuluq of Prophet is Quran. You understand? So if you say, if you interpret khuluq to mean how he relates with people,
to be a restricted.
Then how does he relate with his Allah?
Or even animals.
Even animals. You mention animals now. It's all these things that you hear people talk about, animal rights, anything right, this thing. Islam was the first, at first call to all these things, but Muslims neglected. Let me give you a case. We are talking about Prophet. Let me talk about Prophet first, before I will now talk about that. So Prophet was ala khuluqin azim, the best form of character. What do we even talk about? Is it sidq? Being truthful? That even his enemies knew about it, testified to it. That was why it was called al-amin. And don't forget, we say as-sidqu yahdi ila al-birr. Being truthful will always lead to what we call where the all akhlaq and everything is there. So let me just give you about Qissa. So, akhlaq of Rasulullah can never be said in one sitting, but just look at this place so that we could learn from it. The Prophet ﷺ was in Mecca. During that time, he was calling his people to Islam. People snubbed him, they persecuted him, you understand, they harmed him, they hurt him. He had to leave Mecca to a neighboring city, Taif. Taif is still in Saudi up to now.
Yeah.
He left Mecca. But you see, the rule then was that if somebody who is a bona fide member of Mecca left Mecca, outside Mecca, you had all the full protection in Mecca. Nobody will harm you because you are Quraysh, because the Kaaba is there. But once you are outside Mecca, if you want to come in back, you will need asylum, to seek asylum. You need protection of somebody who is a bona fide member to give you protection to enter. Because what it means to them that you have snubbed Mecca, you have turned your back on Mecca, then you will not be allowed to enter. You need somebody, a strong man. Under whose a protection, you enter Mecca. One of the Qurayshiyun, one of the leaders of Quraysh, who was not a Muslim, his name is Al-Mut'im bin Adi. Al-Mut'im bin Adi. So, Al-Mut'im was also Quraysh. He now gave Rasulullah asylum to enter Mecca. This happened, it occurred, let's say, 11th year after the after Rasulullah was made a prophet, meaning that it remains 2 years before he will leave Mecca to Medina. 2 years. Please note the date. After Rasulullah left Mecca to Medina, first year, second year, the Battle of Badr happened. Meaning what? 4 years after that incident. Do you know that Rasulullah kept that kindness, that favor that man extended to him? He kept it in his mind. That, when will I be able to repay this man? He kept it. I must repay this man back. He was so good to me. He was so kind. But unfortunately, before the Battle of Badr could come up, the man had died. He was not a Muslim. The Battle of Badr happened. The Muslims got victory. They held as captives the leaders of Quraysh, 70. Leaders. Abbas was one of them. You have leaders, big ones. Some of them were killed in the battle. When Prophet now look at those who were head captives, he looked at them and said, you, after you chased us away from Mecca, you took our properties, you persecuted us. So the Muslims now decided that what they wanted to set them free. And they wanted to set them, but they will have to pay ransom to set them free. Prophet agreed. But he said something. He said, I wish. لو كان المطعم بن عدي حيا. I wish that Mut'im that did me a favor then. I wish he is alive. He were to be alive. If he were to be alive, وَكَلَّمَنِي فِي أَوْلَاءِ النَّتْنَا, and he talked to me, he approached me, he pleaded with me on behalf of these rotten people. لَا تَرَكْتُهُمْ لَهُ, I will leave them free without taking any ransom of them, so as to pay the man back. The man was a non-Muslim. He did him a favor. He kept that favor for 4 years in his mind. He was looking for a day to repay it back. I hope. So even in the cause of Allah, that was one. There are several things you can talk about. Several ones. I was talking about the rights of animal the other time.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
One of the Khulafa, one of the caliphs in Islam, Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, was a Khalifa during the time of Umayyad. Because of these teachings of Islam, he had a slave. That slave used to use one of his camels and horses to go and carry loads. You understand? With which to also make a living. He will rent it out to the man. Go and carry it. Then just give me 1 dirham per day. For whatever you get, hold the rest. Give me 1 dirham. One day the slave boy now came. He now delivered, let's say about, he was remitting 1 dirham. Let's say he now came with 3 dirham. Are you? Now, you know that kind of thing. That we had patronage today. Instead of 1 dirham, 3.
3. Over 3 days.
Said, which 3? لقد أتعبت الجمل. Kai. لقد أتعبت الجمل. You have overworked the camel so as to gain more money. No, I will not take that from you. Ajimmahu thalathata ayyami. Let it rest for 3 days. Because you were able to make 3 dirham instead of 1 dirham. No. Laqad at'abta al-jamal. Ajimmahu thalathata ayyami. Let it rest for 3 days. So somebody could have that kindness for animals. So if his own worker is overworked, what do you think he will have done? These are the teachings